Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza, the Healing Studio. We are doing our weekly Oracle card readings. Uh, Always checking in with what's going on. We're going to start with the Yantra deck as our main reading for all of us. Then we're going to do a 1, 2, 3. Today we're using Alice in Wonderland. The 1, 2, 3 is where you will start your reading. And if you have if you're watching this later, you can also get in on that reading by doing the 1, 2, 3s. I recommend you guys listen to the whole thing because there's lots of messages that come out as a collective. Let's see. Sorry, I'm distracted by a variety of things today, but this is Amanda Ellis's Marilyn Monroe spray. We're going to use that today for a little uplifting, a little beauty. It smells really kind of florally. And then from our crystal shop out back, this is a very nice piece of yttrium fluorite. Okay, now this guy is like super gentle, super soft. I feel like it helps kind of bring me into my center, kind of into my heart, but it also is really good for the upper chakras and intuition. Okay, so that's who's going to be helping us out today. As you can see down at the bottom, when it says vote for the Healing Studio. Also, you can vote for Shine Your Life Crystal Shop. If we have a People's Choice Award thing going on in Broomfield right now. So if you use that link below, I know it's a little gobbledygook, but and vote for us so we can be the best metaphysical shop and the best alternative healing center in the area. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and then don't forget, you guys, the full moon event, if you're local, the full moon event is happening next Saturday, 6 to 8. I will be doing $20 BioWell scans, which is the chakra scans. But we have all kinds of vendors, and there'll be a food truck here, and there's going to be music, a DJ. So it should be a good time if you guys want to come play. All right, let's see. I'm going to show you if you're new here, you type me please to get a card. Okay. And that I already see you guys commenting. There's some of you that have figured out the YouTube lets you do it earlier. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you subscribe, it will let you comment earlier. And so then you get to the top of the list. I normally get through everybody, but just FYI. And I feel like there's something else I need to tell you. Oh, the trolls. Ignore the trolls, you guys. If there's somebody that's like DM me, that is not associated with me. Just ignore them. I'll try to block them if I see them. But okay, here we go. So this week is starting off with breath sideways. So feeling a little disconnected. I can kind of relate to that. It's going to take some effort to actually be connected with the breath. So taking as much as you can in and out with consciousness so you can stay as connected as you can with yourself, with the earth, with kind of your groundedness. The help energy this week is going to be grace. And so that's being guided, but also the grace card when it's sideways is like nobody has the answers but you. So if you want help with what is going on, ask yourself first. Your guides will give you guidance. There's mentors out there who will mentor you, but ultimately it's your choice as to what to do. So use the guidance, but then guide yourself. Okay. And then last but not least this week, okay, love upside down. This indicates that we're going to be really in our heads by the end of the week and really kind of mentally gobbledygooky. So just be aware that connected energy, the grace energy will help with that. Okay. All right. So that's what we're building on. Okay. So that's basically the reading for the week. Now this gets into your individual readings. Okay. So tuning in 1, 2, 3. If you pick 1, 2, 3. All right. So if you're watching this later, thanks for watching later. Watching this live, this is your start of your personal reading for everybody. Ready? Okay. If you picked 1, you are working on shining bright like a candle. Now, when I use the Alice in Wonderland deck, I often feel like the guides are trying to tell us where we are in our illusion of consciousness and our responsibility for our own mindset. Okay. So this says you will make it through this. Okay. So this card can represent feeling like something needs to come to an end, feeling like it's not necessarily clear, but you are the one. You see she has the paintbrush in her hand, so you're the one kind of creating things. So this week, really take responsibility for your mindset and shine as bright as you can for yourself. Now, if you're working with Two, you got believe, strange encounters. This part of the story is when meets a unicorn and it's like, I didn't know you were real. And the unicorn says, well, now we'll both believe in each other. Okay. So this is kind of like a message to believe in impossible things as best you can. Okay. If you picked three, you're going to be working with your clock time. Okay. Pressure in a rush. You're going to be really experiencing the idea of time and pressure of time this week. Make an effort to make things as clear and concise as you can. Plan out if you must. Stick to your calendars, that kind of thing. Okay? All right. Here we go. All right, starting with the personal readings. Like I said, if you want a card, you got to just type in "me please" in the comment section. Always like the thumbs up and the hearts when you guys like what the guides are saying to you guys. So Courtney, you made it to the top of the list, and you're going to be working with a moment's regret, okay? Nostalgia, idealizing the past, and fearing you've made a mistake. So this week, you're going to be focused on the fact that there might be some things that you wish hadn't happened, or that if kind of hindsight 2020 kind of energy. But this is also like not idealizing the past, not being like, oh, well, back in the day, things were better, because that's, not necessarily helpful or true. Okay, so watch your mindset there. All right. Elizabeth, this week be on the lookout for the energy of growing up, okay? Wanting to grow in experience, rejection of perpetual youth. So this is feeling like you want to be more mature faster. You want other people to be more mature faster. And this is kind of like, you can only grow as fast as you can grow. You can only know what you can know. So this card is also like, go easy on that process, okay? Cara and Tatiana. It gave me the words instead of the emoji. Face fuchsia flower shape. Okay, Cara, you've got the follow the white rabbit energy this week, okay? So curiosity meets opportunity. This is when she's just at the very beginning of your journey. So this week is a week of staying as super curious, starting off being ready for new beginnings. It is okay to not know what's going to happen next, okay? Tatiana, you're going to be working with a moment's regret. Second time we've seen that. So be on the lookout, you guys. So don't idealize the past. Don't get stuck in memories of, oh, when this used to be, because that's just, the past is the past. So this is also being worried about making mistakes, or that you've already made a mistake that you can't correct. So just be on the lookout, with that, as far as don't get too bogged down with that energy, because you can move out of it by the end of the week. Catherine. And Jane on vacation together. Okay, keeping up. Immense effort, advance. Okay, so this can feel like you're trying hard to try to keep up with what's going on, but you're not necessarily keeping up. You can see there's a clock in here. So feeling like you're trying to put in a lot of effort. So just notice this week where, especially if you got that number 3 at the beginning, that if time is feeling really hard or heavy right now, and just go easy on yourself about that. Like I said, make a day planner or calendar, or stick with the schedule. Okay. Jane, for you, you're falling. Okay. So this is unknown descent, momentum and change. Don't put your arms out and you'll get rug burn. You're already in a change. It's a big change. You don't know what it is yet. This week, you're just going to feel like you're just in kind of an anchorless space. And that's okay. Change is always, happening around us. And when we can just let it happen and surrender, that's always a good thing too. CC, you got believe. So second time we've seen that guy. Okay. Strange encounters. So this is definitely like, believe what your intuition is saying. Trust that, even if it's not truly visible yet. Keeping in mind that we got that card, that's basically saying that we have to make our own choices. The grace is that we can be guided by, but not necessarily we have to also guide ourselves. Okay. Especially right now. Tend to your minds, everybody. Tend to your minds. Okay. Nicole, no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. Okay. So just riding that lovely wave of your own inner power. It's positive. Seth, if you picked one, you got to double down here. Shine bright like a candle. You'll make it through this. Okay. Remember, you're the painter. Okay. So, in this stage of the game, in the illusion, she's feeling like she might just disappear, okay? And that may be how you're feeling, and just kind of let yourself ground a little bit. Addison, it's always tea time. Everybody's crazy around here, basically. Okay? So eternity, endless moments, repetition. This week, just know that we're all mad. We're all crazy. Just embrace it and let yourself notice where there's like just loops or cycles happening. Okay? Heidi, you are working with choices, okay? Feeling blocked and restrained, okay? So this week, you're maybe feeling like, oh my gosh, what are my choices? I don't know if I like my choices. Just sit with that for a bit and remember that guide card where you're basically being told at the end of the day, no matter what anybody else says, it's your decision, okay? Kimberly, for you this week, you're going to focus on setting your course. All right. Know where you wish to go. Here, have a plan, the right direction. So really focusing on your intention, really focus on where you want to go. I mean, she asks the Cheshire Cat at one point, which way should I go? And he says, well, where do you want to go? And she says, I don't quite know. And he says, then it doesn't really matter, right? So if you do have a direction you want to face, this would be a good week to make a plan about that, okay? Cynthia, keep your temper this week. Don't let your anger rule you, okay? So be aware that you might have an opportunity this week to feel kind of angry. Sometimes we use anger to motivate ourselves into change, and sometimes the anger can do things we didn't intend. So just be aware of that, okay? Tiff, for you this week, the focus is on growing up, okay? So second time we've seen that one. Wanting to grow from experience, rejection of youth. So I'm tired of being a kid. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not, fully equipped for what I need to be doing, that kind of thing. So this week, just focusing on what does it even mean to be a grown up to you? And are you ready to completely do it? Patty, the right way, okay? Learning to create what you desire. So this is halfway through the journey, okay? So this is kind of where there's a lot of influence of like the queen is being crazy and there's like this and that happening. And it's also really up to Alice to decide what she's going to do next. And so this week, this is a week for you to what's your right way and focus on that. Don't worry about what everybody else says is the right way. Diane, you are rare and free. Okay, there aren't many like you. So embracing yourself this week is a beautiful, loving soul, embracing yourself as your unique side and whatever that means. She's sitting in that garden. She's not stressing. She doesn't have to go to the billboards and be like, I'm amazing. She just is in touch with herself about that. So for you, it's a good time to be in touch. Hey, Matt, what's going on? I see you at the bottom there. Gina, Joe, Hillary, I see you guys coming. Matt, if you want a card, you just have to type me, please. I'm coming down the list. All right, Janelle and Donnie and Sister Janice. Okay, Janelle, we are all mad here. Everyone is a little different. So like that tea party card that we saw, it's just kind of embracing, that you are, we have a tendency to want to make sense of people's behavior, and sometimes people's behavior doesn't make sense, okay? So just be aware of that. You're working this week, you might have to say hi to my mother who's in the hospital that you work at, I'm pretty sure. Donnie, okay, you got the right way. Okay, learning to create from what you desire. So we saw this already, okay, for Patty, and this is when they want us to kind of really get it down, they bring it quickly. This is saying, what's your way of doing things? Yeah, there's lots of people who have ideas about what's the way, and you can look around and be like, y'all are crazy, but it's really about taking responsibility for your right way this week and just sticking with it, okay? Janice, don't drink the poison. Okay. So this week, don't do things that are bad for you. It's pretty obvious, right? But just being really careful that you're making life affirming choices this week and that you're giving yourself all the opportunities to feel well and healthy and all that. Okay. Tanya, Tanya, you got some uncertainty this week. Okay. So choose who you'll become. Okay. So again, reminding like this is 39, getting towards the end of the Alice story. she's starting to get to know herself in a little different way. And it's time to just really kind of make some intentions and some choices. Who do I want to be? What legacy do I want to leave? What do I want people to think of when I leave a room? That kind of stuff. Okay. Shine your light. Is, by the way, the crystal shop's open today, you guys, if you want to come shop. Okay. Painting the roses red. Okay. Covering up errors. So just be careful. The roses will always grow back the right color for themselves. And so even if you meant to, do something one way and it just goes out another way, you just this week be aware that covering up errors doesn't actually resolve anything. It's more about actually getting to the source or accepting that the error is just there and it's okay. All right. Blair. Follow the white rabbit. Second time we've seen that. Okay. Opportunity meets curiosity meets opportunity. Just be curious. Ask lots of questions. Don't have the answers to the end. You don't know. It's just curious at first, right? And it's just following through with that curiosity. Stay curious this week. Sam, you got the 2. So you're right at the beginning of something. I wonder what will happen next. Ready for adventure, precipice of change, pause before action. So this week might feel a little bit of a pause for you. And when we're pausing, it's just because we were being asked to be more observing of what's happening around us before we start to take action or get into some old habit. Okay? Kalina, use your time well. The timing cards are coming up a lot, you guys. So I would just really say pay attention to time this week. Make every moment count. Really pay attention to where you're wasting time and energy just so that you can, reclaim your energy, reclaim your space so that it's doing the things you want it to do for you. Okay? Natalie, never jam today. Okay? Promises that are never come to be and empty words and not living in the now. This is like when the queen is like, yeah, we don't eat jam today, only tomorrow or yesterday, it's always today, right? So you never eat jam. So this is where it's like you're maybe holding off too long on something or you're waiting for something. Sometimes this also is like that chasing your tail of I'll be happy when. So just be aware of that today. Okay. Eli. Okay, third time's a charm, you guys. Shine bright like a candle. Okay, you will make it through this. I'm going to read a little bit of it because when it comes through, it's for all of us when it's 3 times. Okay, so basically, your light is strong. You radiant endurance, resilience, make it through a trying time. Hopeful future, wondering about life and death, contemplating the purpose of your existence, and connection with the afterlife. So everybody this week, we're going to be a little bit more in touch with our mortality, a little bit more in touch with our impermanence. Okay, and Eli, thanks for bringing the 3 times charm on that one. So that'll be your focus too. Okay, so Zoe, you're also number 2. Wonder what will happen next. Time for a pause. Okay, it's not an action week for you, Zoe. It's a week for you to kind of wait and decide if you want to do something different based on your observations this week, okay? Lily, your focus for the week is also 4 times the charm. Here we go. Shine bright like a candle. I'm going to read a little bit more of that just because it's coming up right in a row over and over. So it probably wants us to talk about it more. It says that basically everything seems unfamiliar. Okay, so everything is feeling different. You kind of almost feel like you're disappearing somehow, and maybe we are disappearing in our old ways of being because it's making room for our new way of being. Okay, so don't worry or cling to what was. Okay, Chloe, you got clock time. See, I'm telling you guys, this is coming up a lot, the time thing. Pressure in a rush. Okay, so Chloe, be really paying attention to your relationship with time, where you're running late, where you're feeling like you don't have enough time to get something done, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right, Taryn, your focus for this week is, okay, 3rd time's a charm. I wonder what will happen next. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit of this because this is for all of us now, you guys. So we have all come to this, which it basically says a longing for excitement, wondering what is meant to take place next. Someone is uncomfortable but vaguely dissatisfied. Okay, be ready for change and new experiences, but maybe not yet this week. Okay, so something else has to go. Shine bright like a candle. Something has to die. Metaphorically, and in order to make room for the life of something new. Chris Austin. Robin. Changed in the night, okay? You have changed quickly. This week would be a week to really take assessment of your changes, okay? Really paying attention to what is happening with that change. Chris, you're going to be working with following your own good advice, trusting yourself, knowing what's best for you. Goes back to that guidance card we started off with, where we're basically, you can ask all the guides in the world what to do, all the mentors, all the experts, but at the end of the day, it's your decision to make about what to do, okay? Austin, you've got lead the way, okay? Be the leader, show others how it's done. You can help others, but you don't have to rescue anybody, okay? This is a leader. A leader delegates, a leader leads. A leader goes ahead and shows everyone else how to go ahead. So that's what you're going to be doing this week. Okay? Third time's a charm for the right way, okay? Learning to create what you desire. Okay, so I'm going to go to the words here, you guys. Wanting to get through to the other side of a situation, a desire to walk through a gateway of life transitions and become an insider rather than remaining on the periphery, wanting to have an impact, to be included, to be part of the activities and have influence on the world, a willingness to learn step by step. Okay, you guys, so if we start putting these things together, we've got, we're at a pause for a minute, we're letting some things go, and then we are actually wanting to get in it and be part of it, okay? Ian, belong to your own dream. Create your own life. Don't necessarily wait around for other people's ideas of what you could or should create. This time it's a good week for you to be focusing on, well, what do I really want? And how can I get more in touch with that? Charlie, third time's a charm for believe. Strange encounters. Going to read a little bit of it. Okay, meeting people who are unlike people you have met before. Mystic events, peculiar experiences, interacting with different cultures, customs, and belief systems, mythical encounters with elemental beings who interact with you, finding that they are just as real as you, discovering new places, environments, even climates that are different to anything you've experienced before, something unusual that is not decidedly as real as you are. Okay, so sounds like we're going to be getting into some mystery, some big change. We're going to be releasing what we already know, so something new can come in. Aaron, fifth time, bright like a candle. Okay, focus on letting things go, you guys. I mean, it's really, this card is very much about just, it's over, it's done. And now it's time to let that kind of be true so that the canvas can be yours to paint. And you guys, if you've ever watched a really skilled artist, they make mistakes on their canvas and they fix it. They paint over it. They do something different. So don't feel like you have to, stop there. Nalani, you're going to be working on your anger this week. Keep your temper. Don't allow your anger to rule you, okay? So it's okay to be angry, be in touch with that anger, but don't necessarily let it just hijack everything, okay? Sonia, you are becoming braver. Look at how cute she is. She's like, I'm doing it. Okay, so the words on here are resilience, experience, growing, fresh perspective. Okay, so this is just 5 in the storyline. So you're just at the beginning, and you're like, okay. And if you put it together with all the other cards that we're getting, you're getting brave to let go of your limiting thoughts. You're getting brave to let yourself make the changes that are necessary to be making. Okay, Carrie. Investigate, my dear. Look closely, ask questions, think before acting. Okay, so this week is a good week to just ask a lot of questions before doing anything, especially with this extra change that we're going through. Hannah, okay, you guys, this is getting kind of crazy, isn't it? Shine bright like a candle. Something needs to go. You'll make it through this. Everybody, you'll make it through. Whatever's happening this week, we will make it through. I'm going to read the little story blurb, okay? For it might end, said Alice to herself. In my going out altogether like a candle, I wonder what I should be like then. Okay, so what's going to happen when we go out like a candle? Isabella, you are working with the energy of, you've got nature communication. Go out in the flowers, okay? Flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. Really get yourself away from the chaos if you can this week, okay? Be in elements. Crystal, your focus this week is choices, okay? Feeling blocked, feeling restrained, feeling like you have to decide some things, and just sit with those choices. This week does not sound like a deciding week based on the energies. Just be with the choices that you think are in front of you, okay? Denise, you're going to be focusing on, number 1, all in a golden afternoon, inspiration, creative spark, imagination, conception. Something new is starting for you. So with all these cards being about change and letting things go and that kind of thing, you're literally at the beginning of something. And that's really a powerful stage to be in, because that's when you get to do anything. That's where the miracle energy is. Christy, never jam today. You're holding yourself back from something. Promises that never come. Empty words. Not acting in the now. So just be careful if you're doing the if and whens. I'll be happy when, blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. All right, Kira, you're going to be focused on mortality. Okay. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. Okay. So this week we're being really in touch with endings. We're being really in touch with beginnings and our own choices about that. Oh, Finn. I skipped Finn. Sorry, Finn. Your card is You Can't Go Back to Yesterday, number 44. At the very end of the story, you'll be in the present. Don't get into that thinking that the past was better than the future, or the past was better than the now. Just be in your now. Karen, eat 100 foods. Third time's the charm for a moment's regret, you guys. Nostalgia, idealizing the past. Whatever's ending for us, we cannot go back to thinking, I should have stayed back in the past, or it was easier back then. The past is not for us. This is only for the present. So review your mistakes, be okay with them, and then let them help you learn. Bahar, painting the roses red. So same as Katie's card, she got concerned covering up errors, accepting the errors, accepting, we all make mistakes, and that's also part of it. And it's okay. And you don't have to cling to being perfect this week. Okay. Really embracing those mistakes. Hillary, you are rare and free. Okay. So this is where there's no one like you. You're embracing that. You're embracing that you have lots of gifts to give when you show up. That's really beautiful. Griffin's going to be working on becoming braver. Okay. So resilience, experiencing, growing stronger, fresh perspectives. So also just letting go of those limiting beliefs. Be brave enough to really face the big changes that are happening. Birdie, you are managing to be glad this week. Okay. Creating your own happiness regardless of conditions. Okay. So give yourself an opportunity to really be in touch with, I have a lot more control in my internal juices than I maybe give myself credit for. Okay. Joe, keeping up. Okay. We keep seeing those clocks, you guys. Okay. Immense effort, advance. So be aware that you might be in kind of a time efforting this week, and just kind of make extra space on your calendar about that. Gina, you've got uncertainty. Okay. Choose who you will become. All right. So this is a time where you're really starting to kind of get curious and get into allowing yourself to just be aware. Okay. I am not exactly sure what Ryan's up to. Okay. I'm just going to, sorry, Brian, whatever's going on there. Yeah. Like I said, you guys, just ignore the people who call out, your name specifically and say DM me or whatever. Matt, if you're still hanging on, hey, what's going on, y'all? You can just give me a me, please, if you're still out there, okay? And I'll give you a card. Clara, you are bringing back the believe card, okay? So strange encounters, you guys. This is a week for where it's going to seem really bizarre. Maybe the aliens are coming. I don't know. But just give yourself an awareness that, maybe what you hadn't allowed yourself to believe is true is starting to come to more of a fruition. Miranda, for you, nature communication. So you get out of the fray this week. Go out and hang out with the fairies. Get out in the flowers. Get anywhere you can where you can kind of just be in touch with the natural cycles. Okay? All right. If you are still hanging out and I haven't called your name up and you want a card, please type me please again in the comments if you've already done it. It looks like a lot of you have figured out that YouTube's the place to go. It is true. It is. Go there and subscribe to my channel if you want to catch up with where I am. All right. I'm going to put this up and I'm going to throw a card for Matt, my husband, if he's watching. Okay, manage to be glad, okay? Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. Whatever's happening is yours. Choose to be happy at this time. Give yourself a little bit more room to choose that. All right, I'm going to read some more, just a little bit more of that shine brighter, guys, because we got it so many times today. Okay, it says you have a bright and glorious light within you that will shine through all the changes of your life, through every opportunity and perfect decision. It will shine despite the mistakes and hurts you may have experienced. All right, shine bright, let things end, let things begin, to take responsibility for your own choices this week, and go be amazing. See you next week.